So what's up, y'all? Anyway, figured I'd go ahead and revisit Poseidon. I've done this video before, but I didn't really like the way the video turned out, so I decided I'd remake it. So the idea is we're going to power up Poseidon, and I'm having to do a voiceover on this one again. This time it was my fault. I left my mic turned off, but we're going to go ahead and fire everything up at Poseidon. I'm going to cut out as much as I can to keep the video as short as I can. But after we power up Poseidon, I'm going to go ahead and there's a trick to using the power plant to fire up the fusion core processor rather than trying to put in a fusion generator to power it up. So a lot of people will just put in a fusion generator and slap it in the workshop and then connect it to the fusion core generator or the fusion core processor, and then that's the way they do it. But it only takes about 15 or 20 minutes to actually power this thing up once you get the hang of it, and it'll save you a lot of material if you just go ahead and do it this way. And anyway, I guess let's get on with this. So I guess first thing we want to do, we're going to go into killing the enemies that you've got to mess with right here. But then we want to go into the nearest cooling tower, the one that's on this side. The cooling towers being, that's kind of weird. Anyway, sorry. But the cooling towers are those big giant things that we're fixing to go into. So let's head in there. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go in and then I'm going to go ahead and kill everything, and then I'm going to bring you back to do the powering stuff. So I pretty much knocked out everything in here now. I think. Maybe not yet. No, I haven't yet. I'm about to. Okay, so now we're cutting to after I've taken everything out. So there's nothing left in here to fight. So all we're going to do now is every time we see one of those right there, we're going to patch it. And you'll hear the steam coming off of it. So we're going to go through here. We're going to patch every one of those. And pick up stuff, I guess. So yeah. And it's not hard to miss a couple of these either. After you do these, after you get a couple of them done, about half of them, they'll start to, they'll put a marker on them so you can actually see them. But anyway, we're going to take care of all this here in a minute. It's going to say that that the cooling power is operational, but we want to fix it beyond we want to get it fixed back 100%. I don't know that it makes a difference. Actually, I've never tried to power it up with it not being fixed to 100%, so I don't really know. But yeah, jumping over these things is kind of a pain. It takes a little bit. You get the hang of it though. Another thing about fixing this stuff in here is not to give too much away. I just passed that one. I just saw that. But there's a part of dropping a nuke that you'll have to do something very, very similar to this. And I always forget this thing. I'm glad I didn't forget it that time, but I almost always forget that one. So let's see here. Yeah, there's that one right there. You have to go below it this to get it. It's kind of a pain. But I think these two are the last two, I do believe. And then we're going to head into the other cooling tower. And I do the same thing in the other cooling tower. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop from the... I'll go ahead and get in here and take care of these scorched real quick, and then I'll cut to knock out the other scorched that are in the other cooling tower, and then come back and we'll just fix everything. Like I said, trying to make the videos, keep it as short as I could, but Anyway, so right now everything should be taken out, and all we've got to do is run through here, do the exact same thing that we just did on the other one. We're just going to patch this stuff up. And keep in mind, once these things are started, and once this power plant started, walking into these cooling towers is toxic. And I mean, it takes your health like way down, way fast. So anyway,
cooling system integrity restored.
only a few more left, I think. And what sucks is when you sometimes if you miss one over there, then you're over here, then you got to go back over there, find the one that you missed, and hope you didn't miss another one over here. So yeah, just stuff to watch out for. And these control panels, I forget about those all the time. There's a couple of control panels in here that's got to be fixed. You know, it's like the one that was on at the very top of the other one, the other cooling tower. I think there's one in here that needs to be repaired. Yeah, it's showing. So yeah, that one's got to be repaired. And I would have cut this out, but I did want to show, you know, where these things are located. Rather than just going in there and going, yeah, you got to fix this pipe right here, and then cut away. I'd rather show kind of centrally where the pipes are located, so that way it gives you an idea of the kind of the walkthrough. I think that's it. I do believe that has got this part of it. So yeah, now we're gonna cut away, and I'll bring you back after. Yeah, so we're back now. So right now you've probably got a lot of weight on you if you pick up everything like I do. I'm kind of a hoarder, but yeah, if you go in that little room right there, right here, yep, you can scrap right here. So get all that stuff knocked out. Then you're just going to take that ramp right there up all the way. You're going to go all the way to the top. And you will pass the control room right there. But I wouldn't worry about going in there and taking out the scorched right now in there. Because if you do, they'll generally respawn by the time you get back in there. So you have to kill them twice. So anyway, yeah, you want to go in the left-hand side room. And you want to kind of get in your groove, however you want to do it. You don't have to do these first. Do whichever ones you want to do first. I generally start out with the ones that are the closest. And just do it kind of in a, you know, like a clockwise or counterclockwise pattern. Taking out the stuff on the outside. And fixing it first. Then moving to the inside. Yeah, and there's two turrets up there. There's one on each side. And, yeah, they can damage you pretty quick. But, yeah, we've got... there's some of these, actually, these control panels on the ground level also. That they're easy to forget. In the next room that we're gonna have to go in after this, you're gonna take some radiation in there. So depending on what your build is, you may want some Rad-X or Radaway, just depending on if you run mutations or not. And I guess I'm gonna go ahead and say this here too. I'm thinking about some stuff, and I need some input on some stuff. I'm about to run out of content on 76 as far as the type of stuff that I do. Now I'm going to continue to do my daily quest line that I do every day. But I'm debating on whether I want, or whether what y'all want actually, if maybe a playthrough, 76 playthrough from like we play from like day one out to try to basically finish the game, beat the queen, or I've contemplated maybe going back and playing a little Ark and do some. If some of y'all are maybe interested in an Ark playthrough, just let me know. But anyway, so we want to come back in this room. You're gonna have to take it off lockdown, and you go in here. The easiest way to find your way out of either one of those rooms is that red pipe. So we've killed everything in here, and now we just need to go in here and knock everything out. But yeah, y'all let me know as far as what you'd rather see. If you'd rather have me do the dailies like I usually do, and then maybe kick an Ark video, a playthrough on Ark or here and there. The nice thing about Ark is I can actually rent a server, and I can allow people on my server, you know. So that's the nice thing about that. As far as this, if you want to play on a private server with me at any time, I have to be on the server, whereas with Ark you do not. And you know, so just let me know, guys, because I've kind of got some ideas of maybe doing having some subscribers, you know, join on a couple of videos maybe. But yeah, y'all just let me know what you think. This thing takes a little longer because it's got a little more there's a little more to do in here. So yeah, we're back where we started. So I think most of the stuff that I missed is up top. Maybe a few down here, but I think there's a bunch of it that's up top if I remember correctly. I don't know why that bridge didn't extend all the way. And I walked right under a pipe right there. That I know I remember missing it. So there's one there. And then I realized that I missed it just then, didn't I? There we go. Got that one. How far are we away? Maybe one or two. I think I'm getting confused. Oh, and don't let this this point of interest right there that's pointing, not that one, the one that's pointing towards the control room, don't let that one mess you up, because once you get to a point where the cooling system is repaired but not fully repaired, it'll put a dot on the control room. That one right there, I think, is it? Nah, maybe not. But yeah, it'll put a point of interest on the control room, telling you to go to the control room, but it'll kind of mess you up until you get the hang of it. Yeah, these are the ones that I missed up top. This voiceover stuff's weird to me. I don't know how people do it all the time. I guess it's like anything else. You get the hang of it. Maybe it gets better. Okay, so now we're going to have to go to the control room. And then we can fire up the power plant. So how long does it say that we actually took to do that? 38 out of, so yeah, it looks like it took, So 22 minutes, and that was with me taking care of everything before we started repairing anything. So yeah, it's not very bad. I mean, you know, it could possibly be done in 10 minutes. I mean, it's really not that hard if you repair stuff as you're going through and taking out the scorch. So there's some stuff to explore in here. There's a security office that you can do some stuff in. You can turn the turrets off and stuff like that. So anyway, we've completed this.
Poseidon Energy Plant WV-06 is now online. Canceling
And then I'm just going to fast travel out of here.
all maintenance contacts
And then I'll
have
bring
been
y'all back when I
terminated.
fast travel out of here.
Services are no longer required.
And then we're going to... I'll cut to where we're actually in the whatever in the workshop. So, and finding a way out of this thing is a pain in the neck. So anyway, here we go to cut. Now we're back. Okay. So I've cleared this of any enemies, so the workshop's ready to take over. So, and if you ever are over here, there's a fusion core right there on that table. Unless somebody picks it up, it's almost always there. But yeah, we're gonna take over the workshop. Once that's done, I'll show you the trick with how to use. There is a trick to it too, so I'll show you how to use the trick to get the fusion core processor turned on. And in case you don't know, power plants have fusion core processors there. So if you need fusion cores for your power armor or for your Gatling lasers or whatever, this is the probably most efficient way to do it. Is take over power armor or take over a power station and then turn this machine on right here. But if you look, okay, you see it's powered up right now, but it's not running. It's not turned on. See, it's wired up. You can see the green lights on the power connectors, but they don't have any power going to them. It doesn't look like. So the trick to this is literally going up there, going into builder mode. See, now I've connected it. It's still not running. It will not let me connect. I'm trying to connect, and it won't let me connect. So if you're in builder mode and then you pick that power coupling up and lay it on top of the generator, it works. So that's the trick. So it produces it only holds 3 fusion cores. So anyway, guys, I guess we're gonna cut to it, and that's probably the end of the video. But anyway, if you enjoyed the video, maybe think about maybe slapping that like button. If you enjoyed the content, you want to come back and see some more, or you actually want to see some of the dailies or any of that stuff, you want to see some tips and tricks videos, maybe consider slapping that subscribe button, man. It really helps out the channel, and I would really appreciate it. But anyway, I hope this works out pretty well. It was another voiceover, but y'all have a good evening, afternoon, whatever it may be, and we will catch y'all on the flip-flop later.